Running out of space in your kitchen? We've got you covered with our creative and innovative space-saving solutions for a clutter-free kitchen. Hi guys, I'm architect Pooja Kothari and I'm going to tell you what essentials to use to make your kitchen clutter-free. The first one that I'm talking about is the Tandems. This can take up to 60 kgs capacity. You can store heavy utensils, you can store your pantry items. You can vary the sizes or widths of these tandem boxes. And these tandems are also clippable. They can be detached from below by anybody. It is very easy to detach and remove. And you can put it back, you can place it back anyhow, and it has a auto closing mechanism. The next part is the tandems divided into three. This is a common thing that you see in most kitchens where the first two tandems are 8 inches and the following bottom tandem will be 12 inches plus. So these 8 inches tandems are usually for your spoon arrangements, your knives, your foils, etc. like we have done here by adding the organizers. This is also a stainless steel tandem, and then we have the next rack where you can have all your cutlery or your baking items to be placed here, again in different organized manners like you see here. And finally, the bigger tandem for easy utensil applications. You can pick utensils easily, place them again in the organizers that you see here. Finally, we have the bottle pull-out here. This is not a bottle pull-out really. There have been two tandem boxes that have been arranged one above the other to make it look like a bottle rack. And you can place all your spice bottles or any other quick items that you may need in these areas. Now, if you look at the entire counter, it's made with quartz. It's a Caesar stone. And there is a similar grooving detail given here for water dripping. Coming to the overheads, these are just regular shutters that you see here. If you have the budgets, you can also go for top lift or bifold shutters. The next thing that we see here is the tall unit. It's also called a pantry unit or a ladder type. Here it is called ladder type because you have most of your drawers coming out in this fashion like a ladder, and this has a very high capacity because these are also similar to your tandems, and you can store all your heavy pantry. This is a very clear replacement for your traditional storerooms. The next one is another type of tall unit that we see here. Now this is a dual storage tall unit where one part folds into another. This is more like your supermarket pantries where you can just get anything ready-made, store it for easy access. Here we have an open shelf which can be used either for your decor or any other quick items that you may need in the kitchen. And next is an inbuilt refrigerator that we have here. The advantage of having it this way is you can merge the entire fascia with your interiors without having a different look of refrigerator bothering you. Again, we've used open shelves for symmetry, and here you have an appliance unit. Now you have an inbuilt oven, you have an inbuilt OTG, and below that we have area for us to store wicker baskets. Now these wicker baskets come in different color combinations. There are 6 varieties. These are made up of fiber. This is not a natural product, and it can be customized to any size that you want. This is generally used to store all your onions, potatoes, etc., which need a lot of ventilation. Now I'm going to show you a very interesting thing in this kitchen. Now if you notice, this entire quartz top is also continuing as a sink. So we've made the sink with the quartz top itself, and also the chopping board has been customized where you can move it, chop it, wipe it, clean it, and then push it back. And one more interesting thing about this sink is that you have both your washing water and RO water coming out from the same outlet or the same tap. Now how does this work? This tap has 2 outlets, one smaller and one bigger. The bigger outlet is basically for your washing purpose, and the smaller outlet is where your RO water comes from. Now the bigger outlet has 2 operations of hot and cold water. If you turn it this side, it's hot water. If you turn it this side, it's cold water. And that's how this entire system works. Now let me show the interiors of this part. Coming to the under sink area, as you see, there is a bowl until this level, and below that is where the RO purifier has been placed. From this RO filter, there is an input and output. The output connects to the tap and the input is here. And there is another input output of hot and cold water, which again connects to the tap. So you see these 3 wires, these are the input and output points. So that's how, without seeing any outlet wires hanging in your kitchen from the overhead units, you can place a filter unit just below the kitchen sink. If you liked our content, please share it with your friends and family so they could benefit from it, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.